right, hopefully you can see this. Sorry, I had to find a blank piece of paper here. So, I normally start my pitch, I start my graph on the back of my menu, right? Because everywhere is menu sales now. And I'm pretty sure Pure Nissan's on the menu sale now too. If not, but I think they are. They're like platinum, gold, silver, premium or whatever. So what I do is I start off and go, hey folks, real quick, we have this little deal here. I have to go over with all our customers here. I just want to make sure you have a full understanding of your manufacturer's limited warranty, right? Always make sure you use the word limited. All right, and they go, yeah, okay, so what is your understanding of it? It's, it's 3 years, 36,000 miles. You're absolutely right, it's 3 years, 36,000 miles, all right? And then it's got a 5 year, 60,000 mile powertrain. So they consider that what they call bumper to bumper, road to roof. It'll cover everything on the vehicle, 100%, as long as it's a manufacturer's defect, right? And what a manufacturer's defect is something that's inherent from the beginning, because it's either misbuilt, misdesigned, or misinstalled at the time of manufacturing. Now, anything that falls under this, the manufacturer is going to cover 100% of parts and labor to fix anything that goes wrong with that. Now, there's 3 reasons that anything else could happen. Anything outside of that is going to fall under what they call wear and tear. All right. Now, there's 3 reasons wear and tear can happen. The big 3 reasons are, the first one is road conditions. I mean, we live in Phoenix, Arizona. You drive a mile in any direction from this dealership, what do you hit? You hit construction, right? Potholes in the road and metal plates, all stuff. If you hit something like that and pop a tire, or break a ball joint or something in the car, they're not going to cover that because they didn't build it wrong. That's where you were driving the vehicle. Second one is climate. And this one's kind of important because what happens is, in Arizona, we have a thing called petroleum degradation, right? So what that is you ever turn your windshield wipers on in the summertime when it first rains and they fall apart, right, because they dried out? That's petroleum degradation. What happens is with the heat and the cold at night, any rubber seals, gaskets, bearings, stuff like that, that's made out of rubber, they expand and contract, right, slowly, until they eventually dry out. It's like dry rot on tires. So that's not a manufacturer's defect, because that doesn't happen in, let's say, places like Denver, where it's a much more temperate climate where there's more moisture in the air. So you don't really have those problems. It's because you live in Arizona. Manufacturer can't control where you operate the vehicle. They just try to make the best vehicle that they can, right? And then the last one is obviously your personal driving habits. Now, some people go really light on the pedal. Some people like to mash the gas pedal all the time, right? And always redline out the vehicle. And, they have a lot of excessive driving habits that, really put a wear and tear on the vehicle. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the manufacturer built a bad car. I mean, it just means that they've abused it. And not saying, God forbid, you're going to drive a brand new car like that. But where a lot of people get confused is that under 3 years, 36,000 miles, right? They go 3 years, 36,000 miles. Well, it's actually 1 year, 12,000 miles, right? And what ends up happening is if someone drives 1 year, they drive 30,000 miles. In 1 year, something goes wrong, that could be excessive use. Right? And manufacturers can look at that as like, hey, you're not using this the way we designed the vehicle to be operated, whatever. So now that you understand that, what I have is a program that's going to wrap around to all that. It's going to fill in all your gray areas, eliminate the words like manufacturer defect, right, and wear and tear, and give you a 100% peace of mind, cover you in the event that anything should happen. And then I flip it over, and then I run down my menu, right? And each one's got a little bit less, and a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less, right? And I try to see which one works best for them. And then what I do is I go, when they choose something based on payment, I try to figure out how I can make the most products per, right, and still maximize profit. Pretty simple. You just remember that. I mean, obviously your pitch is probably a little different, but it's the gist of it. I've always liked using the the petroleum degradation, right? Because there's no way around that. Everybody's had their windshield wipers fall apart when they turn them on, and it just fucking scares the shit out of them, you know.